Hello, my lovelies. Welcome to Mio Arts. I'm your host, Michelle Elizabeth, and I want to say good morning. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good evening, good afternoon. It's good to be here. This is going to be a focusing on the healing arts right now, healing yourself, healing the energy, healing the planet, healing the world around you. Right now I'm going to be doing a energy update for the forecasts this month in November 2022. And let's see, information about the eclipse. There was an eclipse last month, and that was a solar eclipse. There's a lunar eclipse coming up November 8th. And I want to talk about the energy, what's going on around there. So first of all, let's see. So the eclipse coming up is a lunar eclipse on November 8th. And since it's lunar, we got to pay attention to what sign it's in. So the sun sign is Scorpio, but the moon sign, because we're focusing on a lunar eclipse, it's Taurus. And so we got to focus on the Taurus energies, the Taurus eclipse. Okay, so energies of Taurus. Taurus has to do with, it's very earthy and grounded. But it's also slow moving. So you might feel energy that's slow moving and sluggish. It has to do with the five senses, like sensual things like taste, touch, sounds, smell. I can't think. Anyway, the five senses. So you want to think about and set intentions for what's holding you back in regards to anything that's like stubborn energy. Look at your life and find out what areas of your life has stubborn, slow-moving energy. Where are you kind of sluggish? Where do you need to take action? What's holding you back? It's time to get rid of things and people and places and habits that are holding us back. In addition to this, right now, adding to this energy is Mars, the planet of like power and Mars, kind of like, I want to say like war, but it's more like, oh God, now that I think about it, whoa, the wars that are going on around the world. Mars went into retrograde on October 30th, and it's going to stay there till about January 12th. So the energy of Mars going backwards, basically if it's going forward and going smoothly, then you're not going to have too much friction. There's not going to be too much energy around war, around like conflicting ideologies and ideals and whatever. But when it's in retrograde, then there is a lot of conflict between that. There is a lot of, wow, I just realized there's a lot of stops and starts, possible stops and starts, friction. It causes us to feel sluggish and stubborn. And that's intensified with this Taurus eclipse. So basically what that means is, if you are just going along your everyday life and not thinking about these and making these changes and paying attention to what's going on around you and reflecting and setting intentions, you are going to feel this negativity. You are going to have stops and starts in your life. You are going to have all these crazy obstacles and things happening in your life, and discord and not harmony. If you want harmony, you got to pay attention and listen up and do the work. So again, that's intensifying what's going on with these Taurus eclipse. So start thinking about attitudes and habits and behaviors of yourself, your hobbies and your social circles, the people, places, and things that are in your life. They say you become the five people you hang out around. And I know myself, I do kind of parrot like my words. I pick up the habits and I say the things that the people around me say. So if you're right now, this Taurus eclipse on November 8th, and then the portal on November 11th, 11/11 is a huge energetic portal. So if you're not self-aware and you're not focusing and setting your intentions on stuff's not going to go right. So if you want harmony, focus on this. Set your intentions. Set your intentions to assert your willpower, your free will, your willpower and courage, and activate your So you could set an intention for, I want to activate my willpower and stand strong in my willpower of getting shit done that is authentic to me. I want to change my habits and change my life for the better. And not only say it and think it, but actually start doing it. Make those changes, make those daily routines. I know myself personally, this is an area I really do need to focus on. The past month or so, I have not been utilizing my willpower to do my daily habits. It was so much easier when I lived alone and I had nobody distracting me. It was so freaking easy to get up in the morning, do yoga, do my qigong, set my intentions for the day, do my self-affirmations, take care of myself. And now that, the past few months, my home life has been unstable, I let that get to me and I haven't been utilizing the willpower. So if you have similar issues where you have goals in mind and you can do it, you just, for whatever reason, you're slacking off here and there. This is the perfect time to get yourself on the right course again. And of course, with anything in life, like your brain, it's going to take your brain at least 21 days, maybe more, to recreate those neural pathways and make it so that you can get back to autopilot, where these things you won't have to think about it. So yes, this Taurus eclipse on the 8th and lunar eclipse, and also the portal coming up on the 11th. This is the perfect time to start doing it. Set your intention and get that shit done, okay? No more making excuses. Let's get it done. And you are going to see the abundance and manifestations and the amazing stuff coming to you. And it is going to happen so freaking fast. If, okay, big if here, huge asterisk mark right here, if you do the work, okay? And again, this isn't just work of, let me go out and do stuff without thinking about it. This is the work of intentional goal setting. You have to make a plan and work it. Like, plan your work and work your plan. And I am so guilty of doing this lately that I have not been doing it. I've been bits and pieces. I've been writing down on little pieces of paper here and there, all kind of scattered. So this video serves as a reminder to myself to get that shit together, okay? I know I can do anything. I know I have amazing power, but I know I can also slack off, which I have been lately. So reminder, Michelle Elizabeth, you stop slacking off, get your shit together, walk in your power. And for all of you, let's do it. Let's do this. Walk in your power, okay? Also influencing the energy this month is the sun is conjunct Mercury in the sign of Scorpio. And conjunct means it is a good thing. Conjunct is a really good thing. Conjunction, junction, what's your function? Hooking up words and making them sound right. Oh my God, Schoolhouse Rocks. Anyway, conjunction is like a harmonic blend. It's both energies are flowing together. They're vibing, and the energies are vibing, man. So the energy of the sun, the energy of Mercury, and they are like so flowing together, vibing right, and they're vibing in the sign of Scorpio. And so it means you have the best of the sun and the best of Mercury. So freaking power, communication, technology, contracts, everything is going to be intensified, but in a good way. If, again, huge asterisk here, if you do the work and do it right. So it's in the sign of Scorpio. So it's death and rebirth, cycles, intense emotional energy, letting go of things that no longer serve you. And it boosts each other. The power of the sun and the power of Mercury boost each other in the sign of Scorpio. So the sun is boosting Scorpio's impacts on our outer world. And Mercury is boosting Scorpio's influence on communication and adaptability skills. Also affecting the energy right now is the sun opposing Uranus. Opposition is never good, all right? Doesn't feel good anyway. So there's a strong urge to push and pull, like a strong pull and a strong urge to change things up, to want freedom. Like, oh my God, I know I've been wanting freedom so bad, having to depend on other people. Not having a car has made me feel like I have no fucking freedom. And I know it's not true. I know I have tons of freedom, but it makes me feel that way, you know? And not having my own home, like being in someone else's home and having to follow their rules and stuff, it's been making me feel constricted. And that's the sun opposing Uranus. I have a huge, strong pull that I want freedom. I want to suddenly break out of something. And so with that being said, to utilize and harness this energy to your benefit, you need to be open to change. Be open to change. No matter how scary these changes are, you got to find the positives and find the bright side of it. I was actually just talking to my ex-husband about this today, how like my mind, like I've been having really bad dreams, even though everything is okay in my physical world. My subconscious, you know, the moon side, I've been having a lot of dreams about my freedom being restricted, about getting evicted, and these are, in my dreams, it's situations that never have happened. It's like people that I've never met before, or situations that actually have not occurred in my real life, but they're similar to negative situations that have occurred. So it's just like that conflict, so instead of focusing on that and getting stuck in that negative energy, so I could follow the path of getting stuck in that negative energy and thinking that everybody's out to get me and that everybody's trying to restrict my power and take my freedom away from me. If I act on that and I focus on that, I'm going to get more of that, which I do not want. I want freedom, but I want it in the right, balanced, harmonic way. So I got to focus on the positive things. Even though in the past, there were moments where, the way this is similar to the past. Right now, I am living under somebody else's roof and I'm not paying rent. And in the past, when I was not paying rent, there was always that looming energy, that possibility that I could get evicted, which I have been evicted twice. So it makes sense that I'm thinking about that. But in the situation right now, that's not a possibility. I'm with family who actually understands my situation and appreciates me, and they're not going to kick me out. We already have an agreement that I don't have to pay rent. They want me to save my money for my future. So that way, when I do move out, I'm set up for success. So I need to think about that when I get frustrated that I don't have my own bedroom, or I don't have my own place to put my stuff. You know, my stuff is scattered all over the house. Instead of focusing on that negative stuff, I want to focus on, no, not even just once. I am going to focus. I am focusing on the good stuff. The fact that I don't have to pay rent right now. I can save up for my future. The fact that my ex-husband's mother does my laundry for me. Like, that is so sweet. Laundry is one of the chores that I absolutely freaking hate doing. And it causes me so much stress. When I have my own home and I have to do the laundry, I have so much stress from that. So right now I am grateful for not having to do that. I know that dinner is always going to be made. Like, you know, she makes dinner for the family almost every night. There's routine, there's stability. I'm focusing on that. Focusing on the positive side is going to it's putting all this information I gave you, that's what's going to activate and put it into action in my life. So I want you guys to think about, especially this week coming up with the eclipse and the 11/11 portal, start putting those, maybe even write it down. Ooh, that's important. That's a very important step about manifesting and creating the life that you want, is actually writing it down. So this week coming up, your assignment, if you choose to accept it, is to write down the negatives in your life right now, the things that are holding you back, and then rewrite how to make it happen in a positive way. Like write down the positive sides of it. Like the things I just mentioned about my situation that are positive, I'm gonna now, after this video, write them down so that every single day I can reflect on them and look at it. And every morning and every night this week. Actually, you know what, maybe what we could do is we can set alarms on our phone, maybe 3 times a day. Set an alarm on your phone to look at that list and go over those positives 3 times a day to bring about that positive energy. You putting that energy out there and putting that effort out there is going to bring it back to you tenfold within the next couple of weeks because of the energy that's out there. So that's okay, focusing on the positives. And then affirmations. Write down affirmations and put the emotion behind it. Write down the affirmations and practice them multiple times a day, and also feel the emotion with it. So if I say, I am happy, I am safe, I am peaceful. Saying it is great. That's the first step. That is amazing. Say it, say it, say it. But also fake it till you make it. So feel those emotions. If you say you feel happy, feel happy. Like think about something that makes you happy. Yesterday I got to spend time with my best friend, and we didn't do much. We went grocery shopping and then hung out at his house, but it was such a beautiful moment. Like we got ice cream together, just that little moment, thinking about that while I'm saying, so I'm feeling that happiness, I'm feeling that, that makes me feel happy. It makes me feel safe. It makes me feel peaceful. So when I think about that and I feel that I'm feeling the emotions, and we already know from science that emotions are energy, they're measurable. It's actually a scientific fact. I'm feeling that, and I'm healing myself, and I'm bringing that positive energy to myself. So do that for yourself. Write down the affirmations, and maybe you can even write down memories that will help you feel those emotions that you want to feel, the good emotions, and practice it. Practice, practice, practice. Practice makes perfect. They say it takes 10,000 hours of practice to become a professional at anything. So if you want to be a professional at life, about manifesting, about living your dream life, 10,000 hours of practice, baby. Okay, and then, last thing I want to go over with you. Where's that paper? Hold on just a moment. So that was a whole lot of information I just threw at you guys. So to sum it up, I'm going to give you a kind of like a quick guide to almost day by day, like a calendar of what the energy is going to be and what you could do to harness that energy for your own benefit. Okay, so stepping into this portal and making, we're going to make this portal our bitch. So, okay, I know I'm doing, right now it is November, I don't know, beginning of November 6th. Oh yeah. So, energy of November 2022. Oh, and the numbers 1122, baby. 1122. Numerology people, angel numbers, Google that shit. 1122 is so important. So November 1st and 2nd, things are in alignment, and there's a fast moving energy. Things are happening very, very fast. But because they're in alignment. So the 3rd to 4th, which already happened, of course, the portal starts closing, the portal from the last eclipse. So that starts closing, and the energy starts calming down, and things start to get slower. Let's see, 3rd to 4th, okay, closing, slower, calming. Then the 6th through the 12th, so that's this week coming up. This is a good time for new ventures. The energy is less chaotic, and it's a good time for manifesting. Like I mentioned earlier, the eclipse, the portal from the lunar eclipse in Taurus, and then the portal for 11/11, and everything else I mentioned, all the other things previously. 6th to the 12th is perfect time for manifesting wealth and manifesting good abundance in career. Basically, however you want your life to be, that's when you need to take action for manifesting 6th to 12th. And then the 13th to the 15th, the energy slows down. It's going to temporarily stall out. You might have some triggers, like things might trigger you. You might notice that people's energy, people get really what is that? People are like antsy, or less patient. They're less patient. People kind of go off on each other real quick. So that's a good time to, you might have setbacks too. So that's a really good time again, this is the 13th of November to the 15th of November. Really good time to become a hermit, to take lots of self-care and rest. You might want to just, hold yourself up, shut yourself in for a couple days, and just, do you at home, do your manifestations, do your journaling, self-care, rest. Get lots and lots of rest and hydration. Make sure that you are getting all the water in you that you need. Water is so healing on so many levels. Make sure you're getting plenty of water and plenty of rest from the 13th to the 15th. Make sure you acknowledge all of your feelings, even the negative feelings. It's good to acknowledge your feelings. Again, emotions are energy. Emotions are our guides. If we sit there and we're feeling like shit, you have pain, you feel depression or whatever, don't just hide it. Don't just try to be positive and ignore the negative feelings. You got to acknowledge the negative feelings and let them be what they are. Doesn't it feel good when you're hanging out with someone that you care about and you can just be yourself? Even if you're in a bad mood, you're feeling grumpy, you're just tired, you're feeling achy, you don't have to put on a show. You can just be around them, be yourself. That's what that is for. Like, you need to have time to let your negative feelings feel themselves, work themselves out. They can, when they're acknowledged and said, you know what, you're valid. You are valid. That depression is valid. That fear is valid. That, pain is valid. That paranoia, oh my God, that paranoia is valid. A PTSD, this is a huge, you might get triggered during this time. So stay away from huge crowds, you're going to be very sensitive to other people's energy. So if you're in a big crowded place and lots of people are feeling negative and shit, you're going to be taking that negativity. You're going to be feeling that. So protect yourself, go inward, self-reflect. 13th to 15th. Now 17th to the 22nd, the energy is picking up. So energy is back on track. There's going to be career, abundance, success. Now this is time to take action. During the 13th to the 15th, a little bit on the 16th, that's when you slow down, turn inwards, go into yourself, do all that self-reflection, self-care, slow moving. And then 17th to 22nd, boom, take action, get back into gear. Again, on the 23rd to the 25th, that's another slowdown. Slow yourself down. Just like God created, the world in 7 days, that seventh day was for you to rest, for your mental health, for your body to rest, your brain to rest, your body and brain and your spirit too. Ooh, we all need our spirit to get refreshed. So the 23rd to the 25th is time for you to stop, drop, and pause. You pause during that time and let yourself reflect, refresh, reset. Then on the 26th, the energy picks up again. November 26th, 112622. Ooh, 112622. That is when you pick up again. The energies start picking up and you start getting back into action. And then that's going to lead into the positive vibes of December, which is going to be amazing. And I'll make another video about that in a week or two. But I want y'all to enjoy this and put this into action and start healing yourself and healing your life. Let's get it. Woo! Praise God. Okay. I love you all. Have a blessed day and namaste. Namaste. Mwah.